be honest, I know I say this about a lot of topics in my story times, but the honest to God truth is that birthday party needs its own story time because wow. Should we just start again? Okay, we're just gonna start again. La la. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, Mommy Enhle, aka Minnie, aka Enhle, but I don't know why you would be calling me by my full government name if we don't know each other like that. I'm back with another episode of Short Wine and Story Time, and if this is your first time to my channel, welcome my babies, and I hope you stay and join the Love and Light family. And if that's something you want to do, please do subscribe to the channel as well as turn on post notifications so you know whenever I get my shit together and post. Yes, that's right. So today's Short Wine and Story Time, as you can see by the description, I'm going to be talking about how Ava and Medusa ruined my 21st birthday party. We are drinking this sweet red that is by Amani Bay. I was gonna call it something else, so I needed to make sure I got the name right. Can I tell you the struggle it was to get this bad boy open? I'm trying to open it. I'm genuinely, yo, I cannot open this. I cannot open this. Like, I can't get a grip. My mom always says to me, men do things with two hands, and I'm like, but why? I'm strong enough, I can do it with one. It's like open, but it won't open. These are such many problems, I swear down. And it's a twist top, so it's not like this is my first day on the rodeo and I don't know how to open bottles of wine. Move with it on my keys. Hey, and you want to tell me I can't do whatever I want. Yeah. So good. Hey, now I broke the lid and it won't close. And as you can imagine, I'm going to be talking with my hands a lot because I literally got my nails done yesterday and they look absolutely freaking stunning. I'm so obsessed with them. I want to show you guys what they do when I turn the light off. Also, why am I looking peng like this? Why am I looking good like this? I'm so obsessed with these nails. Okay, all right, okay. Why did I have to pull it like up to my nostrils to freaking see how to turn this bitch on? Anyway, so without further ado, let's take it. As I've mentioned in a couple of my other story times, when I first got to uni, I did have two friends that were already living there. These are people that I knew from high school. Two of my closest friends, Sanjay and Craig. And Sanjay and Craig kind of, well, more Craig than Sanjay, kind of adopted this chick. We decided to call her Medusa. So she then became very much a part of the picture. So just parentheses before I get to talking about Ava. So when I moved to Hungary, after like a couple of weeks of me being there, I had a little bit of a conversation with Sanjay and Craig, and I said to them, listen, if I befriend anybody that you've already hooked up with, anybody that you already had a situation with, anyone whose DMs you were already in, by all means, boo-boo, do you live your best life. Do not let me be the one to stop you. But if you meet any girls through me, like you don't meet them by accident, like you meet them through me, you're not allowed to date that girl. I'm so sorry. What you thought, you're not allowed to date them, because I don't want to be getting caught in the middle. Call it cock blocking, call it whatever you want. I call it making sure that I was not a part of the drama, and yet somehow your girl was still a part of the drama. So I don't even know what to make of all of that. But anyway,
is it me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Maybe I am. Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain.
That was kind of the situation with Ava. We met in one of my first semester classes and we became really fast friends. I spent a lot of time at her house. Like, she had an apartment with two other flatmates aside from herself, but she had the biggest room. And I remember just after I first met her, the room next to hers became vacant. The guy was going to move out, and I was looking for a way to get out of my dorms, where I was literally sharing, like, there was one floor of the dorms that the girls had to themselves, and I was sharing it with like 9 other people. It was horrendous. It was absolutely freaking horrendous. Like, it was a nightmare. No tea, no shade to those chicas, but like, yo, it was just very crowded and I wasn't used to that, so I needed to move out. So I was more than happy when she offered me a spot in her building, so I was really excited about that. So her and I became really fast friends. We spent all of our time together. After first semester ended and, you know, we had summer break, I was spending all of summer break with her because she was leaving in August. So for June and July, we were together like almost every single day. Like, it was very rare that we were apart, except for like the days when I had work, and even after work I would go to her house. Like, we were really tight like that. Obviously, her and I being tight and me being somebody that is very much okay putting that shit on social media, Craig found out that I had become fast friends with her. He had apparently met her before, but had never made anything of it. But now, all of a sudden, that I know her and I'm good friends with her, he's messaging her being like, oh, what are you guys doing today? Oh, like, what are you guys doing? I want to come watch football with you guys. Where are you guys going to be? Do you want to link up? Do you guys want to have food first? Like, all of a sudden, he's very chummy with her, very much in her DMs. And I'm just like, my guy, you do know that I know what you're doing, right? Sweet mama, that is good. He was very much in her DMs and I was just like, dude, you know what? I know what you're doing, right? Like, I'm not stupid. I know you're doing this to get to me because I clearly stated the rules that you cannot be moving to any girls that I have introduced you to. But he was like, it's completely innocent. Like, I don't even mean anything by it. And I'm like, I must look like I was born yesterday. Even like on my 21st birthday, I spent my whole birthday with her. We went shopping, we got burgers. Like, it was very chill. It was actually a really good, it wasn't a great birthday, but it was good. So after that, I remember really wanting to have a party because, like, you only turn 21 once. And I was like, I'm not about to have just gone to the mall and that's my whole birthday party. So I remember calling up Candace and Stacy and obviously Ava as well. I remember calling up Berna. If you don't recognize these names, a lot of them are mentioned in my previous story times. I remember calling up Mike. I know we know who Mike is. Like, okay, I want to have a party. Like, I definitely want to have a party. We couldn't do it at Ava's house. We couldn't do it at mine either because flatmates. So I messaged Medusa and I was like, yo, do you think we could throw my 21st birthday party at your guys' house? And she was like, yes, go ahead, it's no problem, do what you gotta do. Like, of course, it's not even a thing, you can definitely have it at my house, rah 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 rah, right? So it was all good, it was all fair and fine. Now it's the day of the party, isn't it? Now it's the day of the party. We agreed to have the party on a Saturday. And I know that I had work in the morning. And when I went to work, Craig was there. So he's like, oh yeah, today's going to be so late. It's going to be so late. We're going to have so much fun. And I was like, yeah, very much vibes. Very much, what? Kim 90 vibes. It's going to be what? It's going to be lit. So I was working from like 10 to 12. The party was going to start like around 4:35. Somewhere over there. Somewhere not too early. So after work, I went home. I took a shower. I packed my bag because the plan was after the party, I was just going to stay at Ava's house for the rest of the weekend and then go back to my place on Monday and do the whole work thing and the adulting thing from there. You know, it was all chill. So while I'm like finishing, doing like last touches, I'm sitting in the dining room and Craig FaceTimes me and I was like, oh, what's good? What's popping? So he's like, yeah, everything is set up. What time are you guys gonna come? And I was like, oh yeah, around about 4:30, around about then. Like, is there anything we need to bring? And he's like, no, we've got a couple bottles here from like, we just have bottles here. So like, if you guys want to already start drinking when you get here, we can do that. And I was like, no problem. All cool, all chill, all fair and fine. Medusa's in the background. She's like, hey girl, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. But I was like, hey girl, what's up? How you doing? What's good? What's popping? Very much that energy. Hey, hi boo. So then we're still FaceTiming and both of them are in the shot at the same time. Both of them are in the screen. And Craig looks at me and he's like, so you're coming with Ava, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm coming with Ava, obviously. And he's like, all right, cool. That's great. That's good news. The way Medusa looked at him, I was just like,
wool up.
Yo, that should have been the first red flag that I should just canceled it right there and been like, guys, stay at your houses. We can do this like over FaceTime or something. But I left it. I ignored it. Left the house, went to Ava's place. We're getting ready. We're discussing, you know, everything. And she's like, oh yeah, I've got a whole playlist. Very much Kinmanti, very much excited. So we get on the tram. We get to Craig and Medusa's place. And if you know anything from Shot on a Storytime episode 2, you know Craig and Medusa's place, guys, four flights of stairs up. Yo, I was like, these guys really need to invest in an elevator, because like this can't be legal or fair or okay. 4 flights of stairs up. Like, I think about it to this day and I'm like, honestly, we should have just stayed downstairs and had the party in the lobby, because what was that? Get upstairs, and because it was still like 3:30 getting towards 4, it was literally just the 4 of us, me, Medusa, Craig, Ava, right? So me and Ava are sitting on one side of the dining room table. Craig is sitting on the other side. Medusa's running around, you know, putting chips and bowls and all of that stuff, like getting plastic cups, busting out the beer pong, and getting cards and getting ready for the, like, she was setting up. I asked her if she wanted help and she was like, no, the thing is, I know everything else, so don't even worry about it. And I was like, okay, cool, no stress. Like, if she got it, she got it. So Craig is like low-key flirting with Ava, but Ava's just being like friendly and polite, because the thing is, first of all, she's my friend, she's my very good friend, and she knew that I kind of had a thing for Craig. Yes, there, I said it with chest. What are you gonna do? Nothing. So anyway, I had a thing for Craig, so she was not moving to him like that. A. B, she had her own situation going on in her love life, so she was like, please, I don't need to be adding anybody to that equation. Worse off, anything that's gonna cause me drama with my friend, so no thanks. But she was just being like her usual, like, bubbly, polite self. At some stage, he's like, yeah, you look really pretty, like both of you do, but like you look really good. And he's talking to Ava, and I'm just kind of sitting there staring at him, and I'm like, ah, la la. Okay. So I left it, because I was like, what am I gonna do, get pressed? I don't care. Medusa comes in and slams the cards on the table, because they were playing cards. She's like, yeah, you guys can start doing this for now while I finish setting up. And I was like, okay, cool. Shuffle the cards, we start playing games. But at this stage, Craig is done flirting with Ava, because, you know, it's not a thing anymore. So it was less of a birthday party and more of like a small intimate gathering, right? So everybody else starts to arrive. Berna comes through, Candace and Stacy come through, and Candace, my girl Candace, came through with the gummy bears and the Finlandia. This shit is legal. Anyway, she comes through with the gummy bears, the Finlandia, and the Sprite, and the other stuff that she needed to make that jungle juice that I was talking about. That jungle juice, yeah, she came through to make that shit. And the thing is, we already had other drinks, so we were already getting leads. And then she comes through with the jungle juice, so that just kind of tipped us over the edge. So anyway, party's going, it gets dark, you know, we're playing music, we're having a good time. Mike pulls up, and then, as you know, I went outside to have like a little conversation with Mike, right? And obviously in this conversation, he was very much like, I like you, I want to see where this is going. Rah nonsense that he did not even really mean, but it's fine, it doesn't even matter. After I had that conversation with Mike, well, first I told Ava that we had this conversation and the stuff that he said. Then she went to him and she's like, I need to talk to you. She takes him into Craig's bedroom. And when I tell you, she read this boy for filth. And she's like, you can't give a girl mixed signals and then show up to her birthday party and tell her that you like her and you have feelings for her. That's not how any of this works. Like, if you really care about her, you have to put in the work. You have to do this. You have to do that. You don't know the agony that this girl has gone through trying to figure out what your intentions are. And I was like, okay, listen, I know it was coming from a good place. But damn. Like, and she was loud, so we could hear her talking to him. And I was just like, this, at the end of the day, what happened between me and Mike, I think both of us should take full responsibility for. Like, I know I take responsibility for my part and my involvement in everything that went down between the two of us, right? But was that the time to have that conversation with him? No, it really wasn't. So it was tense. Like, it was just like, oh, Why is she doing this now? So anyway, after she finished talking to him, like, she came to find me, and her and I were sitting outside in the hallway, right? So everybody else is inside the lounge, and they're indulging in what I will politely refer to as party favors, okay? If you don't know what party favors are, listen to the song by Tinashe and Young Thug, and then you'll get a rough idea of what party favors are. Somebody had bought a party favor, and everyone else was indulging in party favors while I sat outside in the hallway and I was talking to Ava. So Ava and I are talking, we're talking, and she's like, yeah, the thing is, like, he may have said all of this stuff to you, but I just don't trust his intentions, and I just don't want to see you get hurt. And I was like, okay, that's sweet, but in my head I was like, yeah, but that's a little bit intrusive. Like, if this is a mistake, let me figure it out for myself. And I did. But if you are a patron to this channel, you already know that. Now, the problem with these guys indulging in party favors, first of all, I'm all for party favors. It's not a problem with me. But the problem with these guys indulging in party favors is we had been drinking first. And if you know anything about mixing drinks and party favors, you don't drink first. You do your party favors first and then you drink. Like, that's just the science of the turn up of how to get crossfaded, right? And also, I had it on good authority, as well as the fact that I had seen it with my own freaking eyes. Medusa cannot handle being crossfaded. Like, there is this switch that just flips in her head and she just goes off. So I come back in, I can smell the party favors, and I'm like, oh, guys, without me. And they're like, yeah, sorry. So I was like, it's fine, it's cool, it's not a problem. After that, the guys decided that they wanted to go play basketball, which was like, okay, y'all go do that, I guess. So they decided they wanted to go play basketball. The girls were like, okay, we're gonna keep drinking. Let's, those of us that don't have our glad rags on, let's get our glad rags on. Let's, do a face, and let's go get these guys, and then we go to the club. Or we go to the club and the boys can meet us there. So it was like, okay, cool. So that was the plan, right? That was the plan. Ava didn't have clothes that she liked. Outfit that she was in, she was like, this is not a club ready outfit. So instead, can I borrow clothes from Medusa so that we can go out and I can look good? Medusa was like, yeah, of course, sure. So I remember the three of us were in Medusa's room getting ready. We're talking, we're going another thing. Like, it was very calm. It was very chill, right? So all of us feel like we're ready to go to the club, and like, we left our bags upstairs. Everyone except Ava left their bag upstairs, because Ava just had like a small, like a little one of those like little fashion backpack thingies. So she had one of those, and she's like, I'm just gonna take it with me. When we get to the club, I'll check it in, and then when we leave, I'll check it out. We get to the basketball courts, and the boys are engrossed in this very intense game because they ran into some guys that they knew. So they're playing basketball, they're having a good fucking time, they're having so much fun. And I was like, okay, go off, gents, do your thing. So the girls went and sat at the bottom of an empty court in the corner, and we're just like chilling, listening to music, talking, very much like early 2000s music video, like bad bitches watching these guys play basketball. And I was like, yeah, I know, that's right. And it was all very calm, guys. It was all very calm. Until it wasn't, okay? So somebody lost the ball, and it comes rolling towards us, towards the girls. And I think Craig had said something along the lines of, can somebody pass the ball, right? And it was rolling towards Ava. So Medusa intercepts it, grabs the ball, and she's like, I'll pass it. It's definitely not going to be you. And she's talking to Ava. And Ava's like, what the fuck does that mean? And at that point, the tension settled. And I was like, I don't have a good feeling about this. Medusa passes the ball back to the boys, and she's like, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You've been flirting with Craig the whole fucking night. What's wrong with you? And Ava's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. This is where things started to get deep. She's like, I don't know if it's your psychosis or your delusions that are making you think that I'm flirting with this guy, but I'm not interested in him at all. And she's like, yeah, right. You're always talking shit. And then whenever somebody confronts you about it, you don't know how to stand your ground and back up the nonsense that you're always talking about. And then Ava's like, Medusa, I don't know what your problem is, but you need to say it clearly instead of trying to shoot subliminals at me. And then she's like, well, yeah, okay, fine. You want to know what my problem is? You're a bitch, Ava. So Ava gets up and walks out of the basketball court. And I'm just there like,
Jesus is Lord.
I was just like, wow, what just happened? So I ask everybody else, because at this stage I'm drunk and I'm confused. So I asked everyone else, I was like, did I miss something? And the girls were just like Candace and Stacey are just like, dude, I don't know what the fuck just happened. So Berna's like, okay, chill. Because Berna had stayed at the house with us. He didn't really want to play basketball. So he'd stayed at the house with us and then come to the courts with us. So after Ava stormed off, he was like, okay, stay here. I'm going to go talk to her. He follows to go like talk to her, calm her down. And then Medusa's still going off. Medusa's still talking shit. And she's like, she's such a bitch. I'll never forget what she did to da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So she was now bringing up old beef from before I was even in Hungary, bruh. Beef from like 2017, my guy. She's going off, being like, da-da-da-da-da. This, that, and the third. I'll never forget what she did to this person. She's such a fake bitch. This. So Candace and Stacey like take her and they're like, okay, let's go for a walk and get you calmed down. So I was just kind of sitting there like, what is happening right now? I remember like not really knowing what to do in that situation. And yeah, I know like to this day I think about it and I'm like, I probably should have gone after Ava because she was my homie and I probably should have gone to check if she was okay. But I was confusion and I was also liquidated. I don't know how to explain that. It was a whole thing and I was like, I don't really know if I should follow her or not. So I didn't. Because also Berna had been like, no, I'll handle this, don't worry. Because her and Berna had been talking for a lot of the night. Not in that way. Like they were just like chit-chatting about stuff. So he had gone to calm her down. So Craig starts coming towards me. And he's like, what's going on? Like, why is Medusa so pissed? And I was like, I could ask you the same thing. Like, she just started going off on Ava saying that Ava had been flirting with you the entire night. Like, what's going on? And he's like, yo, she's just crazy. Like, she's just always out here tripping. Like, and he was so calm about it. He's like, yeah, she's just fucking crazy. Like, that's all it is. She's just out here fucking tripping. Like, she does this all the time. And I was just like, okay, but like, it's really not the vibes right now. Like, are we gonna like try and like get them to like hash whatever issues they have out? Like, what's the move from here? So out of the corner of my eye, while I'm talking to Craig, I see Medusa balked. Like, she ran to like the entrance of the basketball court and ran out in the same direction that Ava was in. Like, she was running towards Ava. Mind you, this is nighttime. The only spot of that park that was lit up was the basketball courts. So I hear her screaming and she goes running towards Ava. And I'm just like, what is happening? And I'm talking to Craig and I'm like, dude, like, can you do something? Because like, I don't even know what's about to happen. Then you just hear this blood curdling scream. And then you hear someone going, Medusa, stop! Stop, Medusa, what are you doing? Stop it! And you just hear scuffling. And I was like, yo, oh no. And you just hear scuffling, and all of this bullshit. And then it stops. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is that? And he's like, she's just crazy. She's crazy. He's talking about it like it's not even that deep. But we've just heard people screaming in the freaking park. Like, people are yelling and screaming at each other. And he's just so freaking calm. I see Medusa coming in from the, like, she's entering the basketball court. This bitch looks a mess.
Bitch, you look a mess.
Her freaking, like, she's bleeding. She's got scratches on her face. I'm just like, what happened? And she's running again. Booking it. She's booking it. Running right towards Craig. And she pushes him against I'm right there, mind you. Like, a foot away from where all of this is going on. She pushes him against the fencing of the court. She pushes him. And she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? How could you do that to me? You're such an asshole. And she's yelling at him and she's beating on his chest. And he's like, stop, Medusa, stop. So at this point, I was like, I need to move.
Wool up.
Before she turns around and it's like, anybody can catch the smoke. So I'm like, I need to move. I cannot be here right now. So at that point, Mike comes and he's like, dude, what is going on? I was like, I don't even know. So Candace and Stacy come back in. And then they tell me what happened. So, mind you, what I'm about to say came from a bunch of different accounts of what really went down when Medusa ran out of the basketball courts. So, I'm going to tell you what I've been told by numerous people, because I didn't see anything. But I'm going to tell you what happened. Candace and Stacy were trying to calm Medusa down. But apparently, when she walked around the basketball courts and was in line with the entrance, when she caught sight of Ava, apparently, Brenna had been trying to cheer Ava up, so she was laughing. And Medusa took that as if Ava was laughing at her. So she went off. When I say she went off, she booked it like Usain Bolt, bro. And went and was like, you're a bitch. I fucking hate you. And then starts pushing Ava. And Ava's like, Medusa, don't touch me. Don't touch me, Medusa. And Medusa's like, or what? Or what? What are you gonna do? Or what? So Medusa winds up to give the knock, is it? Medusa winds up. And then, yeah, they threw hands. And when I say they threw hands, like I said in Storytime 3, it wasn't just name calling and shoving. These girls went at each other. There were punches, there were kicks. Like, Ava walked away with one of Medusa's faux locks. She apparently punched this chick in the face and this girl was bleeding. Medusa had kicked freaking Ava in the ribs. Like, Ava had like this nasty ass bruise the next day. She had ripped her shirt. She had torn her bag. These girls were trying to kill each other, basically. That was what the accounts came back to me as. When Candace and Stacy came back into the basketball courts, I was like, yo, what the fuck just happened? Like, because now we're a distance away from where Craig and Medusa are screaming at each other and people are basically trying to like scoop Medusa, because Medusa's tiny, guys, but she is insane. So they're trying to scoop Medusa and like hold her back from like scratching Craig's face off. So now I'm standing a distance away. I'm with Mike, and then at this stage I was already crying, guys. At this stage, I was in tears because I was like, why the hell would they come here and do this? Because, like, I would never have put Ava in this situation if I knew that she had, you know me, if I knew that she had beef with Medusa. Like, why couldn't they iron this out at another time? Like, I was in tears, mostly because I was like, I felt really bad for putting Ava in that situation. Like, no cap. I felt really, really bad about it because she was a very good friend of mine, and I never wanted to put her in a situation where something like that was going to happen. And I feel like any good friend wouldn't put you in a position where somebody can literally try and tussle with you. Like, that's out of line. And also, like, seriously, Medusa, at your big age, like, that was your first instinct. Your first instinct wasn't to pull her aside and be like, look, I'm really not happy with the way things are going right now. I just need a little explanation. Your first instinct was to start an argument and then run after her and throw hands. At your big age. I want to be surprised, but I can't really be.
Because I know how you girls like to tussle.
Ava left. She went to the tram station with Brenna. She said she's gonna go home. So I was trying to call her, and she wasn't picking up her phone. So I was like, shit, this is not great. So anyway, after that, we managed to somehow get the keys from Craig. Candace and Stacy were the first one who were like, we're gonna get the keys from Craig. We're going home. We don't want to be a part of this. And I was like, that actually sounds like a capital idea. Can we leave? So we get to the lobby of their apartment building. I was not about to walk up those stairs. So Mike went to get my bag for me. He came down, and as we know from Shot 1 and Storytime 3, that's when he was like, you're in a really emotional state. Please let me be the one to take you home. Like, and I'll call you a cab and get you back to your house tomorrow. And obviously, because we've been vibing like that, I wasn't about to say no. And then, as we know, the next morning he woke up and he was like, we should just be friends. First of all, shut up. I get home on Sunday. I've got no time to think about the fact that Mike just pied me off. I've got no time to think about that. So I hit up Ava. I'm like, girl, because the thing is, okay, first of all, after I got home, Craig hits me up and he was like, yo, I'm so sorry about what happened, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. That was never the intention of the night. I'm really sorry, this, that, and the other. And I was like, I have no comments. We'll talk about this tomorrow. So the next day when I got up, I had so many messages on my phone, but obviously because I was dealing with my own cheesy, I didn't sort them out till I got home. So the first person I checked on was Ava, and I was like, are you okay? And she's like, honey, so what happened? So this is Ava talking, and she's like, so basically I got up this morning and had this big ugly bruise on my ribs. Like after I left, waited at the tram station for a while, and I saw Medusa, and she was standing far away from me, and I kept looking at her because I was like, I don't know if she wants a round two, if she wants an apology. Basically, I could go at it if she wants to go at it. And then after that, she went home. She said that when she woke up, she had a big nasty bruise on her torso from where Medusa kicked her. Her shirt was ripped, her bag was ripped, and yeah, so basically her mother, Ava's mom, flew from England into Budapest to check on her daughter. So the plan was, apparently when I called, her mom was in the bathroom getting ready because she was going to take Ava, first of all, to like a doctor or a hospital just to make sure that like nothing was cracked. We didn't have any like rib cracks or anything. And then after that, they were going to go to the fucking Rendosheg, bro. They were going to go to the fucking cops to freaking press charges of Medusa because Medusa swung first. When I tell you I heard this and I was like, bruh. Lord, it's my first year. I've just finished my first semester. I cannot be getting involved in police cases. Because at the day, if this goes into a freaking courtroom, they're going to call witnesses. Whose party was it? Mine. At the end of the day. So Ava's mom was like, had apparently also wanted to see me and talk to me and find out like what happened. And I was like, I'm more than willing to do that. If your mom wants to see me and meet me, you know that I will do it. Because first of all, you told me scary ass stories about your mom. I ain't trying to piss her off. So after that, she was like, okay, I need to go talk to my mom. So she hangs up the phone. Now everyone is panicking because apparently the word has spread that this girl was going to go to the cops. So now the word is panicking and people are panicking for me. And I'm like, what must I do? So the first person that hits me up is Medusa. And Medusa's like, so apparently your friend is going to the cops. Is that true? And I was like, from what she told me, yeah. And then she's like, oh, okay. Are you going with her? And I was like, no. Like, why are you asking me these questions? Shouldn't you be talking to her, trying to convince her? Anyway, then after that, Burner hits me up and he's like, yo, sorry about last night. Last night got so crazy. But like, can we really talk about what it is Ava's trying to do? Like, what point is she trying to prove with, you know, pressing charges against Medusa? And I was like, I don't think it's so much about trying to prove a point, but the girl swung. She swung. Like, say what you want, but she swung first. So yeah, and she's like, yeah, but you know, as her closest friend, I really think you need to talk her out of this. It's not a good idea. This, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. Like, at the end of the day, we're all students, and I don't think she's gonna benefit anything by trying to ruin Medusa's life. And I was like, look, I will screenshot and forward these messages to her. I really think what Medusa did was really disgusting. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I was just really trying not to get, as far as like cops and shit was concerned, I was like, I really tried not to get involved. Like, please. I'm not friends with either of them anymore. Ava didn't eventually, like, she managed to talk her mom out of pressing charges. And the two of them have had beef ever since. They really have had beef ever since. I think if they were to see each other now, it would be round two right quick. Like, no long talk, just hands. I would like to toast to them, but ugh. A toast to Berna, Candace, and Stacy for trying to break that fight up. Y'all are the realists, and y'all are the people that are gonna get a toast, because Aaron also was at that party. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay guys, so I decided to do this for the outro because I'm stunting with these nails. I don't know how to behave. But yeah, thank you so much for coming to my little story time. I really appreciate the time that it takes to get through me rambling for all of this time, but I really appreciate it. And if you are not already a part of the Love and Life family, please like and subscribe. And if you are, babies, like, comment, share, turn on post notifications, and I'll be back with a story for you guys real soon. And just to get you guys hype, the next story time is gonna be about the time Medusa tried to fight. That shit is crazy. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that story time, and cheers to you. And yeah, love and light, babies.